Even man's greatest creations have flaws. Perfection remains elusive, highlighting the importance of continual improvement and humility. What is perfection? Is it something we build, refine, and innovate? Or is it something far beyond our grasp? We stand in awe of the towers we erect, the machines we craft, and the systems we design, proclaiming our progress as nothing short of miraculous. But there lies an ever-present truth, one that whispers, humbles, and sometimes shakes us to the core. Nothing made by man is 100% foolproof. Today, let us reflect on this undeniable reality, not with despair, but with faith. Let us journey through the triumphs and flaws of human achievement and ultimately discover where true security lies. Look around you. Every bridge that stretches across rivers, every sprawling city illuminated in the dark, every device cradled in your hands speaks to the heights of human genius. We, as a species, are creators, a reflection of divine design, shaping the world with our minds and hands. The skyscraper defying gravity, the aircraft defying distance, the satellites defying invisibility, they are evidence of our ability to solve problems and achieve the extraordinary. In these achievements, there is much to celebrate. They are a testament to our resourcefulness and determination. But even in these marvels lies a quiet truth we often overlook. For every success, there is a flaw waiting to reveal itself. And for every creation, there is a force far greater than us, reminding us of the impermanence of our work. We design walls to keep disasters out, yet floods find a way through. We construct planes to conquer the skies, but turbulence still humbles them. We rely on systems that promise precision, but errors creep in, often at the most critical moments. Human progress has always faced this unyielding truth. Perfection is an illusion. It is not because humanity lacks effort, intellect, or ambition. It is because by our very nature, we are imperfect beings. What we create will always carry fragments of our imperfection. Even the most awe-inspiring structures of the ancient world met their ends. The mighty Tower of Babel reduced to confusion. The Titanic, the ship deemed unsinkable, claimed by the sea. Overconfidence in our abilities has always been met by the humbling hand of reality. Perhaps the most humbling reminders come from the world itself, from nature. We lay down roads, but earthquakes crack them open. We raise skyscrapers, but hurricanes topple them. We build networks of technology, yet they falter under the sheer unpredictability of the natural world. These are not failures to be ashamed of, but lessons to be learned. They teach us that we do not and cannot control everything. The forces of nature operate beyond the scope of human calculation and remind us of the greater power at play in this universe. If nature brings unpredictability, then humanity brings its own set of vulnerabilities, our errors. The best-laid plans can falter under a single oversight, a misplaced calculation, or a misjudgment born of haste or pride. History provides countless examples. Bridges that collapse due to overlooked stress factors, software systems that crash at critical junctures, medical tools that fail despite their promises of innovation. These are not just technical errors. They are reflections of our condition, beautifully capable yet undeniably flawed. There is a peculiar tendency within humanity, a tendency to believe that foolproof systems can exist. We lean on technology, on systems, on tools, and sometimes even on our own understanding, with a conviction that they will not fail. But isn't that the root of many of our most humbling moments? The Titanic sank not just because of the iceberg, but because of the belief that an iceberg could never stop it. Overconfidence is not a sign of strength. It is a symptom of forgetting who we are. It arises when we view our creativity as limitless, instead of remembering that even the heavens hum a tune set by their creator. Humility. This is where we begin to see clearly. To understand that nothing we create is foolproof is not to diminish our achievements, but to view them with the right perspective. It is the acceptance that we are finite beings in an infinite universe. It is to marvel at what we can accomplish while yielding to the one who holds the stars in place. In humility, there is wisdom. Wisdom to approach the world with gratitude for what we've been given and awareness of our limitations. When we grasp the fallibility of the things we trust in, bridges, towers, cars, systems, it can be frightening. If our world is built on imperfect things, where do we place our trust? The answer lies not in human hands, but in the perfect hands of the Creator. Where man builds temporary things, God establishes eternal truths. Where we make mistakes, God remains steadfast. And where we falter, He is the one who provides strength and hope. Faith directs us toward the only foolproof foundation, the divine. In a world that champions self-sufficiency, it may seem strange to suggest dependence, but there is beauty in leaning on something greater than ourselves. Dependence on human systems can lead to disappointment. Dependence on God leads to peace. It is not a sign of weakness, but a profound recognition of where ultimate security is found. There is freedom in acknowledging our limitations. It allows us to celebrate our efforts without burdening them with expectations of perfection. It also allows us to rest. Rest in the assurance that we are not defined by our failures and that the things we create are not our ultimate legacy. Some might see this as a call to settle for less, but it is not settling at all. Instead, it is growth, a shift from striving for perfection in a broken world to striving for faith in a perfect Creator. Each failure holds a treasure if we are willing to look. It humbles us, teaches us, and ultimately directs us to something greater. Failures show us that while human systems may crumble, grace stands firm. They remind us that our worth is not tied to the outcomes of our efforts, but rooted in a deeper truth. The fear of failure can be paralyzing. We see the fragility of the things we trust and wonder, what if it all falls apart? But this fear fades when we anchor ourselves in faith. Faith assures us that though human plans may falter, the divine plan remains. It is a call to move forward, not in the absence of challenges, but with courage drawn from God's steadfastness. Confidence is not misplaced when it is tempered by caution. As creators and innovators, we are called to continue building, solving, and growing. But we are also called to remember the lessons of the past, to remember the limits of our capacity, and to remember that all human effort is ultimately held together by grace. Faith doesn't negate the value of human ingenuity. It complements it. It gives us a lens through which we view our creations, not as ultimate solutions, but as tools shaped by flawed hands in service of a greater purpose. Faith redefines what it means to succeed, reminding us that true progress isn't just what we build, but the trust we place in God along the way. In a world of impermanent things, faith offers hope in a perfect, eternal Creator. His wisdom outlasts our plans. His strength exceeds our hands, and His love surpasses every human failing. We are reminded that though nothing we make is foolproof, the one who made us is flawless in every way. Faith does not erase failure, but it transforms how we see it. It gives us courage to rebuild, to try again, and to trust, knowing that our worth lies not in what we achieve, but in the one who guides us. As this reflection nears its end, pause and consider. Where do you place your trust? Is it in the towers of men or the hands of the Creator? Is it in innovation or divine wisdom? This is not a call to abandon progress. It is a call to pursue it with humility and faith. Nothing made by man is 100% foolproof. It's a sobering reminder of our limits, but it is also an invitation to shift our trust to that which is truly foolproof, a God who never fails. Let us marvel at human innovation while embracing our dependence on divine perfection. In every crack, in every flaw, there is a quiet call to faith, A reminder that while the works of our hands will fall short, the work of his hands will always stand firm. Find hope there, and you will be unshaken.